In the shadow of the mesa where the wild oak trees grow, I remember her laughter like a creek's gentle flow. Beneath the sky of amber by the porch of withered wood, her eyes shone like the starlights where together we once stood. Her laugh stays in the whisper of the wind through the chimes, in the creak of old saddles, and in the church bell's distant rhymes. Though my boots tread on gravel roads and my heart roams wild and free, her laugh like a ghost dances round, forever haunting me. Time has worn the leather, turned the cabin's walls to gray, and the scarf she left behind fades more with each passing day. Rain has washed the trails where we walked side by side, but no storm can erase the paths etched deep inside. Her laugh stays in the whisper of the wind through the chimes, in the creak of old saddles, and in the church bell's distant rhymes. Though my boots tread on gravel roads and my heart roams wild and free, her laugh like a ghost dances round, forever haunting me. By the embers of the campfire, as the prairie night grows cold, I see her silhouette in the flames, dancing as of old. The stars above are silent, but they know the song I sing, of a love that's like the desert flower blooming each harsh spring. Her laugh stays in the silence of the dawn's breaking light, in the sway of the prairie grass under the moon's soft side. Though I wander lost and lonely through the echoes of my strife, her laughter is the melody, the lingering song of life. Wherever I might ride or lay my head beneath the stars above, in the quiet of the night I hear her laugh, I feel her love. On Carson's Bend, I found an old scarf blue as the dusk whispering your name, there by the creek where first you kissed my sunburned skin. Now just a ghost of summer rains and love that never waned. Lonely fire hides in the ashes of our past, burning remnants of a dream too sweet to last. Under starlit skies, my heart still tries to find you in the smoke of lonely firesides. The town's grown silent, porch is empty, dust has settled down. Gravel roads that knew our steps now lead to nowhere's end, and I ride these empty trails with your memory as my guide, aching for the echo of a love that's long been dead. Lonely fire hides in the ashes of our past, burning remnants of a dream too sweet to last. As the sunset bleeds, my lonesome creek is whispered to the wind on plains no one else can see. Oh, and how the rivers run, never looking back, sidetracked. If I could hold you once again, break these rusted chains, I'd give these roaming bones to hear you call my name. And every crackling spark, your laughter never dies. But tonight, as the cold encroaches wide, I'll let the river's song lull this heartache into the night. Goodbye, my love, where lonely fire hide. In the shadow of an oak, that old house stood firm in the breeze, where the porch creaked under boots, whispered tales in the leaves. A scarlet scarf she left behind on the rail, dancing free, like a flame against the prairie sky. That house had watched me leave. Oh, the winds of time blow cold across these empty, echoing fields, where my heart lies buried deep beneath the frost the sun conceals, and every star up in that lonely heaven grieves. Under that quiet moon, the old house watched me leave. Years drifted by like tumbleweeds across these rugged lands. Gravel roads once sung our names, now trace lines in my hands. Her laughter haunts the hollow rooms in the whispers of the eaves. Now shadows stretch their long cold fingers where that house watched me leave. Oh, the winds of time blow cold across these empty, echoing fields, where my heart lies buried deep beneath the frost the sun conceals. Each sunset bleeds into the hills, a tapestry that weaves through the heartache painted skies. The old house watched me leave. Beside the hearth, an empty chair, the dust has settled there. The clock ticks time away in vain, each moment we can't share. My reflection in the pain, a face marked by the thief who stole the days we could have had, as the house watched me leave. So here I roam, a wanderer, with this lonesome road my steed. Every trail fades into dusk, every memory a seed, planted deep within the soul, where only time retrieves. In the silence of that old porch step, the house still watches me leave. Oh, under that eternal sky, the old house forever grieves, with a solemn silent nod, as it watched me leave. Out by the old whispering oak, where the dusty trails bend and weave, I found a scarf you left behind, like a piece of you I still grieve. But the wind sings through the branches, a melody both sweet and sad, a token of a love that's gone in the sunset light, gone mad. As the sunset fades on the edge of town, the shadows grow where we once lay down. The colors burn to a deep heartache under skies that witnessed every promise we'd break. There's an old porch swing swaying with ghosts of laughter we once knew. The cabin empty like my arms missing the warmth of holding you. The gravel road's been washed out by the rains of countless storms, each drop of memory fading as my lonesome heart mourns. As the sunset fades on the edge of town, the shadows grow where we once lay down. The colors burn to a deep heartache under skies that witnessed every promise we'd break. Through the silence of the plains, under stars too distant to tell, my regrets are carried on the breeze in the night where whispers dwell. What's lost is more than love, it's the peace I can't regain. A cowboy wanders soulless like a ghost upon the plain. As the sunset fades, so do dreams of yours. The dust settles where my heart beats no more. The twilight captures my silent plea in a world that moves on without you and me. So I saddle up as darkness claims the land so wild and free, riding under starlit skies where you and I swore we'd always be. But like the sunset fades into the night's embrace, I'm a shadow riding onward in the echo of your grace. I rode down past a canyon road, boots worn thin, a heart full of load. That old wind still whispers her name. Since she left, nothing feels the same. My hat's tilted, sun hanging low. The whiskey burns, but it's all I know. Got a picture of her in my coat, and a goodbye she never wrote. Just dust and whiskey, and a memory that won't die. Love like fire, burned under open sky. Now I'm chasing shadows in the heat and the haze, trying to outrun her ghost for days. Dust and whiskey, that's all she left behind. We used to dance in the old saloon, her laugh outshined every tune. Now it's just smoke and a lonesome song, played by a man who got it all wrong. I talked to stars she used to name, pour another glass to ease the blame. But every sip just takes me back to her sundress in that one dirt track. Just dust and whiskey, and a memory that won't die. Love like fire, burned under open sky. Now I'm chasing shadows in the heat and the haze, trying to outrun her ghost I'd ride back to that sleepy town. But some things ain't made to last, like train smoke and a lover's past, dust and whiskey, and her name in the wind. A story I keep living again and again. And if you find her out there someday, tell her I still ride but lost my way, with just dust and whiskey and a heart that won't unwind. In the shadow of an oak where whispers cling to the wind, I first saw her wild eyes like a storm about to begin. We shared dreams on that old porch under lanterns' faint glow. Her laughter mingled with the breeze from long, long ago. Her eyes haunt the sunsets when the sky bleeds into night. In the chill of desert's kiss, I feel her close holding tight. From the dust trails to the creeks, under skies vast and gray, her ghost in the wind's howl as I wander stray. Years sprawled like the roads I've rode, gravel loose and warm. Each town a reminder of what's lost, my heart sworn. The cabin stands empty, the door creaks with no end. The scarf she left behind, now my companion, my friend. Her eyes haunt the sunsets when the sky bleeds into night. In the chill of desert's kiss, I feel her close holding tight. From the dust trails to the creeks, under skies vast and gray, her ghost in the wind's howl as I wander straight. By the creek the oak tree knew as I carved her name in its side. Rain washed away the letters like tears I've cried. But her eyes, those wild storms, are etched deep within, a part of the land, the air, my sins. Her eyes haunt the sunsets, they're in every fading light. Every night I bed down, feeling her whisper goodnight. Though time may march on and my trails might fade, in the heart of the wild, her spirit stays, never to evade. Her eyes home. Out there where the oak trees mark the boundaries of our past, I found that old saddle, weathered leather, shadows cast. Beneath the sky that stretched as wide as a lonely heart can stand, I trace these gravel roads, soft echoes of your hand. Oh, that saddle left behind like my heart each stitch and scar a story of sunsets and of rains. Now I ride the dusty trails where your laughter once had flowed, where the saddle left behind and the love it once had stole. This town's a whisper now where your scarf danced in the breeze. Porch is empty, curtains still, no more secrets to appease. Fields where we once ran now just wildflowers bending low. Every petal a soft reminder of what I had to let go. Oh, that saddle left behind like my heart upon these plains, each stitch and scar a story of sunsets and of rains. Now I ride the dusty trails where your laughter once had flowed, with a saddle left behind and the love it once had stole. In the quiet of the night, stars bear witness to my sighs, old ghosts in the wind and the truth that never dies. I'm a shadow in this twilight, just a silhouette unrefined, holding tight to memories like that old saddle I find. Yes, that saddle left behind in the dust of dreams decay, a monument to moments and the price that love has paid. I ride alone neath timeless skies where my weary heart resides, with a saddle left behind and your ghost by my side. Oh, a saddle left behind and your ghost by my side. In the shadow of the oak tree, where the wild blue bonnets lay, we carved our names inside the bark and dreamed our lives away. Her laughter mixed with the prairie wind, a song so sweet and sprung, where the creek bends by Johnson's farm, her smile died young. Her smile died young on the dusty trail where promises hang on the wind. I ride through ghost towns under lonesome moons where her laughter's never been. Each sunset bleeds into crimson fears of what I've lost and what I've won. Beneath the fading stars I sleep, her smile died young. Now the oak has grown all twisted, the creeks run dry and old, and I'm a drifter on these gravel roads in the silence, bitter and cold. The scarf she left still smells like rain, a memory on my tongue. The porch swings empty by Miller's Gate where smile died young. Her smile died young on the dusty trail where promises hang on the wind. I ride through ghost towns under lonesome moons where her laughter's never been. Each sunset bleeds into crimson fears of what I've lost and what I've won. Beneath the fading stars I sleep, where a smile died young. So I'll settle up as the dawn breaks gray, my heart's as heavy as lead, searching for a sign in the empty sky, or a path where feet might have led. But only the wind replies in echoes of the songs we once had sung. In the silence of these wild lands, her smile died young. Her smile died young on that cursed trail, and I'm haunted by the sunrise. Every morning holds her whisper, every night her goodbye. This saddle's aged with my regrets, my tale's forever unsung. I'm just a shadow riding blindly where a smile died young. Yes, I'm the echo of a love not meant, where a smile died young. Out where the sunset paints the clouds in morning red, I remember the echoes of the words we left unsaid. Under a gnarled oak tree where our names are carved deep, the land holds the secrets that we swore to keep. Your scarf still hangs on the old porch swing, dances with the wind like a soft forgotten thing. Whiskey echoes in the bottle, the last thing you left behind. Each sip a shadow, sweet and unkind. The trail's grown over where we used to ride. Now I wander these empty cabins where silence resides. Love's a fleeting shadow in the corner of my eye, like the dust that rises then bids the day goodbye. Gravel roads whisper tales of where we used to go, through wild lands and quiet towns now covered in snow. Your laughter haunts the creeks and the cool twilight air. In the jingle of spurs I find you're still there, but the home we built in dreams, now shuttered and old, holds nothing but the cold. Whiskey echoes in the bottle, the ghost of your taste, each sip a memory I can't let go to waste. The path's grown lonely where we once walked side by side. Now I follow fading trails where my regrets reside. Love's a whisper in the wind through the dry rustling leaves, as I pass beneath the shadows of our weary whispering ease. At night, when the stars hang heavy with sorrow, I feel the weight of all our lost tomorrows. In the quiet between each breath I find pieces of you that you left behind. Whiskey echoes, a lonesome lingering sound, a heartbreak penned in the bottles I've downed. Hearing the echo of your laughter and sighs, I roam these empty roads under endless skies. Love's a fading footprint on the dusty trail, a song sung into the wind, too wild to hold, too sweet to fail. in the shadow of the oak where wild horses used to roam. I found a scarf of faded red beneath the setting sun's last glow. The old porch creaked under the weight of ghostly tales untold. Her laughter hung on the prairie wind in the whispering grass so bold. Oh, but that empty bed tied down where dreams and dust collide, in a cabin by the creek under the endless starlit sky. Each night I lie awake where her whispers used to tread. A heart can't roam forever around an empty bed tied down. We rode the trails through amber fields where the river bends and sighs, but time it rusts like the old gate swings and all but love denies. The saddle hangs untouched, it seems, since she rode off with the dawn, and all that's left is the echo of goodbye and the silence after she's gone. Oh, but that empty bed tied down where dreams and dust collide, in a cabin by the creek under the endless starlit sky. Each night I lie awake where her whispers used to tread. A heart can't roam forever around an empty bed tied down. There's a wisdom in the wind, an old story it wants to say, about a cowboy's heart that loved and lost, but the prairie calls him still. Rain may wash the old roads clean, but some tracks they never fade. Like the path I walk in my mind each night where her memory softly lays. So here's to the empty bed tied down where my weary soul finds rest, in the quiet of the night with her shadow in the west. Though time may march and the stars may fall and the world may turn its head, a cowboy's heart keeps wandering round an empty bed tied down. Yeah, I'm forever bound to that empty bed tied down. On the edge of dusty Elmsville, by the creek where willows grow, I found an oak's embrace. Beneath the shade our love did glow. We carved our names within its skin, a heart forever bound, and laid beneath the endless sky on a quilt upon the ground. Her laughter danced like silver bells across the open plains, each memory a golden thread in the fabric of my reins. Oh, the saddle's tied down, but my heart's running wild through fields of her whisper and the soft somber smile. By the porch light she'd fade like a ghost in the gown. Each sunset bleeds deeper with my saddle tied down. Now the porch swings alone and the cabin door wails. The gravel road's untaken, lined with untold tales. where the laughter echoed now but whispers in the breeze. Her scarf still hangs upon the hook, unworn yet fails to ease. The trails we rode have overgrown like scars that time can't heal. Every hoofbeat in the dust, a reminder she's not real. Oh, the saddle's tied down, but my heart's running wild through fields of her whisper and the soft somber smile. By the porch light she'd fade like a ghost in the gown. Each sunset bleeds deeper with my saddle tied down. In the silence of the oak tree, where our names slowly fade, I've learned love's a fleeting shadow. In the twilight it's late, though the rains pull me forward to the vast uncharted lands. Her memory's a compass etched you deeply in my hands. Oh, the saddle's tied down and my tears mix with the ground. On this lonesome, rugged journey, it's her love that I found. As the stars claim the night and the cold settles down, I'm a shadow in the saddle, forever tied down. So I ride through the whispers where our wild dreams once flew, a cowboy lost in time's embrace under skies eternally blue. Each sunset brings her closer in the dusk's embracing crown, till the trails end at forever with my saddle tied down.
In the shadow of the oak, where our names were once told, leather boots side by side, yours were new, mine were old. We watched the sun bleed its gold over hills soft and bold, but your laughter's now a whisper in the prairie's windy fold. Oh, my heart rides the trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks in sighs and the silence boasts. These boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone, lost in the dust of dreams withdrawn. The saddle sits untouched, it's weathered by the storm, in the cabin where your scarf lies tattered and forlorn. Old porch creaks underfoot like it mourns the morn. Since the day you left, it's just shadows I've adorned. Oh, my heart rides the trails of your echoing ghost, where the wind talks in sighs and the silence boasts. These boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone, lost in the dust of dreams withdrawn. There's a quiet in the rain, a melody unsung, of gravel roads not taken and words we left unstrung. I roam through fading trails where our rivers once flowed, and now I understand some love's too heavy a load. So I'll walk these vacant lands where our memories rove, with boots turned cold in the absence of love. Yes, these boots, they've turned cold since you've been gone. A cowboy's heart wanders, forever withdrawn. Oh, these boots have turned cold, but the journey's not old. In the silence of the sunset, where our stories retold.
Past a canyon road, boots worn thin, heart full of load. That old wind still whispers her name. Since she left, nothing feels the same. My hat's tilted, sun hanging low. The whiskey burns, but it's all I know. Got a picture of her in my coat, and a goodbye she never wrote. Just dust and whiskey, and a memory that won't die. A love like fire, burned under open sky. Now I'm chasing shadows in the heat and the haze, trying to outrun her ghost for days. Dust and whiskey, that's all she left behind. We used to dance in the old saloon. Her laugh outshined every tune. Now it's just smoke and a lonesome song, played by a man who got it all wrong. I talked to stars she used to name, pour another glass to ease the blame. But every sip just takes me back to her sundress and that wonder track. Just dust and whiskey, and a memory that won't die. A love like fire, burned under open sky. Now I'm chasing shadows in the heat and the haze, trying to outrun her ghost for days. Dust and whiskey, that's all she left behind. If I could turn this horse around, I'd ride back to that sleepy town. But some things ain't made to last, like a train smoke in a lover's past. Dust and whiskey, and her name in the wind. A story I keep living again and again. And if you find her out there someday, tell her I still ride but lost my way, with just dust and whiskey, and a heart that won't unwind. In the shadow of a weathered oak tree, I carved our names in the skin of the earth, underneath that boundless cerulean sweep where silence cradles the wildland's heart. You laughed on the porch, scarves in the wind, dreams as vast as the open plains we roamed, hand in hand where the old world thinned in a quiet town. We almost called it home. But love shut the door with a whisper, not a roar. Left me riding trails where shadows stretch inside. Every sunset paints your face on the clouds I chase. Love shut the door, yet still your memory never said goodbye. Now the cabin stands empty on the ridge, windows staring blank at the turning skies. Gravel roads once danced beneath our feet, now just stir dust with my lonesome cries. The saddle's worn like the heart I've borne across miles that stretch between now and then. Each nightfall I haunt the places we'd sworn would be ours, till time drew its final pen. Love shut the door with a whisper, not a roar. Left me tracing lines where our laughter used to lie. Every raindrop writes your name in the mud beside my boots. Love shut the door and the silence never lets you die. Oh, the world's a stage and I'm but a shadow fading in the twilight of a love that burned too bright to hold. As the stars emerge, I reckon they're parading all the stories of a warmth now turned to cold. Yes, love shut the door with a whisper, not a roar. And I'm a ghost on these hills, draped in the echoes of your sigh. Every path I walk's an echo of the ones we once explored. Love shut the door, I reckon some hearts never say goodbye. Love shut the door, here under this big sky I still try.
In the town right under a weeping willow shade, I once swore love to a maiden fair. Her scarf a patch of crimson silk fluttered in the breeze, like the wild heart of a colt, untamed, unaware, by the old oak tree with carvings worn and deep. Her laughter mingled with the rustling leaves as sunsets painted lonesome shadows long and steep on those gravel roads where now my spirit grieves. Oh, Rye waits like an old porch swing, still echoing songs of boots on dusty boards. The wind carries whispers and the chill of a love lost, faded words unscored. Rye waits and the sun dips low, casting gold on paths where sorrow lies, and in my heart where no one else may go. Rye waits and waits and never says goodbye. Now the willows bowed, his tears are dry and dead. No crimson scarves dance upon the breeze. The oak tree stands, but forgotten is our pledge, and silence fills the void of missing melodies. The cabin by the brook lays empty, windows bare, where once our dreams like wildflowers grew. Now only echoes of our laughter split the air as I roam these roads, lost, bereft, unglued. Oh, Rye waits like an old porch swing, still echoing songs of boots on dusty boards. The wind carries whispers and the chill of a love lost, faded words unscored. Rye waits and the sun dips low, casting gold on paths where sorrow lies, and in my heart where no one else may go. Rye waits and never says goodbye. If whispers could be caught like falling rain, or memories held in the folds of a scar, would the winds arise soothe this sweet pain, or would they just whisper of a love's epitaph? Yes, Rye waits and I'm a shadow in the setting sun, a silhouette against the fading light of day. With every dusty sunset my heart comes undone, in the town of Rye where my old love lay. Oh, Rye waits and I reckon I wait too, for a whisper on the wind, or a sign in the quiet town where the willows weep in view. Rye waits and I'm left behind. So wild, there's an echo of laughter, of a love unreconciled. On that old porch found the scarf you wore, now gray and frayed. It dances with the ghostly wind where our promises once lay. Goodbye letter closed her eyes, then earth that turned to Christ. Whispers miss the wind-swept plains, saddle of my heart's remains. Every dust bleeds into night where your shadow used to lie. Goodbye letter sealed with a sigh in a vast unending sky. Gravel roads whisper stories through the dust of my old boots. Every step a memory, each path a root of deeper roots. But time has swept the corners of the cabin where you smile. Rain has washed the trails where once our hearts ran free and wild. Goodbye letter closed her eyes, then Dubat turned to Christ. Whispers midst the wind-swept plains, saddle of my heart's remains. Every dust bleeds into night where your shadow used to lie. Goodbye letter sealed with a sigh in the vast unending sky. Now I roam through empty lands where your laughter filled the air. Sunsets paint my solitude, a canvas stark and bare. Yet in the silence neath the stars your face in dreams appears, holding on to a ghost of love drowned within my silent tears. Goodbye letter closed her eyes, farewells under twilight skies. Every memory fades to gray on the trails I walk astray. In the heart of every night I find your eyes, my fading light. Goodbye letter of love untied with every lonesome starlit stride. In the shadow of an oak, where the wild river's been, I first saw her silhouette as the daylight didn't wane. By an old wooden porch, laughter danced in the air, and her scarf caught the breeze like a whispered prayer. Oh, the silence washed away by the sound of her name. Rivers run, but memories, they never do fade. Like the dust on my boots, her love clings to my soul. In the heart of the wild she made was broken, feel whole. Now the cabin sits empty, where once love's fire burned bright. Gravel roads long forgotten, under moon's mournful light. The trails we once walked are overgrown, lost to time, and the echo of her footsteps is a ghost in the pines. Oh, the silence washed away by the sound of her name. Rivers run, but memories, they never do fade. Like the dust on my boots, her love clings to my soul. In the heart of the wild she made what's broken feel whole. Underneath the vast prairie sky laid down my weary head, every star a store, a memory of words we once said. But the wind shifts and changes, all seasons must do. Still every whispered wind seems to bring me back to you. So the silence washed away, but her echo remains in the rustling leaves, the pouring rain. As the sun dips low and the shadows grow tall, her memory's a melody that softly recalls. Oh, the silence washed away, yet forever she stays in the heart of the wild, across timeless days. in the shadow of an oak, 'neath the vast and endless sky, I found a piece of shattered glass where the old stream used to lie. That glass had sparkled like her eyes on the night we first did meet, in a dusty town where the chapel bell played our hearts bittersweet. Oh, shattered glass and dreams carved under moonlit dust, where the whispers of the wind call out for us. The trails have turned to whispers, cabins lost to time's demand. My soul roams with the shadow on this endless haunted land. The scarf she wore now faded, like the petals of a rose once danced upon the summer breeze, where the lonely river flows. Her laughter filled the porches, stirred the leaves around the bend. Now the saddles lay forgotten, and the past they just pretend. Oh, shattered glass and dreams carved under moonlit dust, where the whispers of the wind mourn what was lost. The roads are but a memory, the sunsets bleed and blend. My heart beats with the rhythm of a love that had to end. And I've ridden through the rain, let the cold seep to my core, seeking solace in the storm like I never did before. In the thunder hear her whisper, in the lightning see her dance. But it's just the wildness in me, the longing for one more chance. So shattered glass and dreams carved, I'll leave them resting deep, where the oak trees sway and secrets of the wildlands keep. Let the wind sing her name across the valley wide and far, a lonesome cowboy with his memory beneath the silent stars. Underneath the ragged oaks, where the scarlet sun dips low, I found her scarf, a whisper of her lavender and rose. Beside the creek where we first kissed, the water's song now slow, it murmurs tales of the girl I loved in a time lost to the shadows. Saddle burns and sunset turns, where did the old love go? Trail winds cold beneath the gold of stars that no longer show. Each gallop away a memory fades like footprints in the snow. Her laughter haunts these quiet towns, as lonely as the echo. The porch swing sways, a silent ghost. The cabin stands alone. Gravel roads that knew our names, now overgrown with stone. The bed of blooms we once tended, wild winds have overthrown. In the fields of our promises, only dust and whispers moan. The saddle burns and sunset turns. Where did the old love go? Trail winds cold beneath the gold of stars that no longer show. Each gallop away a memory fades, like footprints in the snow. Her laughter haunts these quiet towns, as lonely as the echo. So I ride through the amber fade of every twilight spent, searching horizons for a sign, chasing what she meant. But every passing ridge I cross just deepens the indent of her absence in my saddle, in every trail I've been. The saddle burns and sunset turns. I roam where rivers flow. Their courses change much like the heart in lands that time forgot. Maybe trails end, maybe souls mend in the dust of rodeo, but her memory rides beside me forever in each trial. Underneath the starlit sky, where dreams and rivers meet, I whisper to the winds of west her name, soft and sweet.
In the shadow of the oak, by the creek where whispers flow, I first saw her wild hair in the sun's retiring glare. We danced on creaking boards neath the porch of weathered lore, her laughter twining through like the breeze in twilight's hue. Unspoken words watch me leave in the dust of twilight's eve. A scarf she wore, now part of the core of the saddle I used to breathe. As the sun bids goodbye in the vast regretful sky, her memory's a ghost on this endless lonesome coast. Years flew like the storm that paints the desert norm, from bustling towns to silent nights under the cold distant lights. The cabin empty sighs, and in its corners my heart lies. But time washed away the dreams like pebbles in mountain streams. Unspoken words watch me leave in the rain that night did weave. A scarf she wore lay on the cabin floor where my hopes began to cleave. As the wind whispers low through the valleys I once known, her touch a fleeting trace in the chill of empty space. And the roads they twist and turn, each with a lesson stern. To ride is to roam in a world that's just foam,
the sea of grass and stone, where my heart finds its own. Unspoken words watched me leave as I held my breath to grieve. A scarf she wore, now frayed and torn. In the dreams I still believe. With every setting sun, my wandering heart's undone. A cowboy rides alone, with his heart forever thrown. So let the sunsets glow, tell the tales of woe, of a cowboy's lone ride, with his memories as his guide. Unspoken words like birds fly away into the skies, and under the vast starlit night, a lone heart quietly lies.